Hello, I am Emily Pridgeon. I'm the Director of House of Operations and Programs at the Ronald McDonald House. Thank you for being here this evening, and your support means the world to the families that we serve. As you all know, COVID has changed all of our lives in very drastic ways. However, the one thing has remained that families needed our house now more than ever before. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for your continued support. We have been able to remain open throughout this entire pandemic and continue to serve families who needed to be close to their child in the hospital. For the families staying within our home, things do look very different. To ensure the safety of each family, we mirror the hospital's guidelines, where unfortunately we are not able to have the siblings of the patient stay at the Ronald McDonald House. Each family must sign up to utilize the kitchen or the laundry room so that we can ensure proper sanitizing between each family. Each family is provided with their own personal cleaning kit for their own private bedroom. Any common area that is utilized, we have strict sanitization protocol that we follow to ensure the safety of each family staying at our house. Given this pandemic, we had to rethink the way that we could better serve the families who were staying bedside at UF Health Shands Children's Hospital. We got creative and we came up with our comfort bags. We worked directly with the social workers in the pediatric units at the hospital, and we deliver bags that are filled with salty and sweet snacks, microwavable meals, mints, activity books, warm fuzzy socks, anything that you can imagine that would bring comfort to a parent who is staying bedside with their child. Sounds crazy, but it's been a way that we have been able to directly impact and let each family feel a little bit of the Ronald McDonald love. house is so incredibly important to the families that we serve because it keeps them close to their child. We're right across the street, within walking distance if needed. It provides comfort knowing when a family comes home after a long day in the hospital that they have dinner ready for them, and then they have the privacy of their own room to decompress from a really long day. We have been fortunate enough to be able to serve families through the entire pandemic. However, we have a waiting list of families every single day waiting to get into our house. There are many ways that each of you can support the families that we serve, from sponsoring breakfast or dinner, finding our wish list items, or a monthly give to continue keeping our house a home for the families that we serve. Our home is a 31-bedroom home that serves families that all have critically ill children over at UF Health Shands Children's Hospital. Our home is similar to a hotel, however, it has a much more homey environment. Each family has their own private bedroom, bathroom, television, climate control, and miniature fridge, but the comforts of a home in a sense that we have 2 full kitchens and laundry rooms for families to cook their meals, do their laundry, just as if they would at home. Hello, I am Emily Pridgeon. I'm the Director of House of Operations and Programs at the Ronald McDonald House. Thank you for being here this evening, and your support means the world to the families that we serve. As you all know, COVID has changed all of our lives in very drastic ways. However, the one thing has remained that families needed our house now more than ever before. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for your continued support. We have been able to remain open throughout this entire pandemic and continue to serve families who needed to be close to their child in the hospital. For the families staying within our home, things do look very different. To ensure the safety of each family, we mirror the hospital's guidelines, where unfortunately we are not able to have the siblings of the patient stay at the Ronald McDonald House. Each family must sign up to utilize the kitchen or the laundry room so that we can ensure proper sanitizing between each family. Each family is provided with their own personal cleaning kit for their own private bedroom. Any common area that is utilized, we have strict sanitization protocol that we follow to ensure the safety of each family staying at our house.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 9th Annual Red Shoe Affair, benefiting the Ronald McDonald House of North Central Florida. We are your hosts, WCJB TV20's morning and noon anchor, Lisa Sicasio.
And I'm TV20's Dylan Lyons. TV20 is a proud partner of the Ronald McDonald House, and we are glad to be here with all of you tonight to help keep families close.
And because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we did have to pivot last minute from our original plans of in-person to virtual, but we would like to say thank you. Thank you for not only your understanding and flexibility, but for your continued support and joining us here this evening.
Tonight would not be possible without all of you at home. We would also like to say thank you to our wonderful sponsors. Thank you to our diamond sponsors, McDonald's of Gainesville and UF Health.
And thank you to our gold sponsors, Ackerman, MTLM Inc., Lake Area McDonald's, Planning Hope LLC, Quality Plumbing, Quality Design Works, R.E. Robinson Remodeling, and Custom Builders.
Thank you to the Jimenez family, UBS, UF Health Shands Children's Hospital, the University of Florida, and shout out to our media sponsors, WCJB TV 20 and SCAD Media.
And throughout the next 25 minutes, you will get to take part in a silent auction, hear stories from the parents and children that you have directly impacted, and how you can continue to help the Ronald McDonald House thrive once this event wraps up.
And believe me, you'll want to continue helping them. We want everyone across North Central Florida watching with us tonight. So let's share this live stream all over social media. And while you let your friends know about this amazing event, the Executive Director of the Ronald McDonald House of North Central Florida, Ms. Sherry Houston, joins us to tell us more about this special Red Shoe event.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Dylan. We are honored to have the partnership with WCJB TV 20. You get our mission out to our local community, and for that, we are most grateful. Wow, here we go again, a virtual event. Did we see this coming in June? Oh no. Please know we explored all the options, postponing to a later date, a live event outdoors, even canceling altogether. Fortunately, we have a thoughtful board of directors who made the difficult decision to do what was right for our house, our families, our staff, the community, and those of you who are watching us tonight. I am so grateful to have the leadership and expertise of these 24 dedicated board members. They are listed in your program, and when you see them, please thank them. This event pivoted virtually in less than 2 weeks. I want to give a huge thank you to Emily Pridgeon, our Director of House Operations and Programs, and Megan Carl, our Business Manager. These two individuals not only continue to fulfill their current responsibilities at our house, they took on newly invented roles with joy and determination. I am so very fortunate to work with them every day. I appreciate them so very much. It takes a dazzling team to make our house a home. In addition to Emily Pridgeon and Megan Carl, we have Wandra Presley, our executive housekeeper, Harold Strom, our facilities manager, Teresa Alfieri, and Michelle Weiland, our managers on duty, along with a wonderful group of part-time managers. Their understanding, kindness, and compassion lift up our families and ensure they are having a positive experience at our Gainesville house. We are honored to partner with the #1 children's hospital in the state of Florida, UF Health Shands Children's Hospital. It is my honor to introduce to you now Ed Jimenez, the CEO of UF Health Shands.
Tonight, I am here to express on behalf of UF Health how important the Ronald McDonald House is to us, to our patients' parents. You know, this pandemic has really taught us so many things. But the one thing I'm going to focus on is the importance of family. When our smallest of patients come here, they come here for the greatest care. And when we do that, we know that we want families involved. In so many ways, families have to be involved not only while they're here, but after patients leave. And more, the pandemic teaches us that if there's a separation between patient and family, it gets complicated. It can get lonely, it can get frustrating. And that's just for patients and families. Imagine for our staff. So this really is a oneness. Ronald McDonald House serves an important role by bringing some comfort of home to patients' families. And more so than ever, I think we're going to see more and more and more patients coming to the UF Health Shands Children's Hospitals. Because hopefully you have seen that we are ranked in 9 specialties in US News. What great external validation that amongst the greatest children's hospitals, that we have so many specialties here. People have already been flying here from all over. People have been driving here from Miami and Pensacola, from Atlanta, from Charlotte. They will continue to do so, and I suspect more and more. It will continue to put a great strain on the availability of the house. The waiting list, as you know it, likely gets worse. Your support is important for those families, but it's important for so many families that you and I haven't met yet, who are going to hope that UF Health can come through. And we want to be there for those families. And we know with the Ronald McDonald House, we can do even more. So please know that we here at UF Health value the Ronald McDonald House. It's an important part of what we do. And know that we appreciate what all of you do as donors, supporters, contributors. Thank you.
Your support allows the Ronald McDonald House to keep families close to their child at UF Health Shands. Now, these families are simply amazing. So first tonight, here's Jared and Cammie Lassiter, along with baby Landry.
I was in my room. I had all these monitors hooked up to me, and they sent me downstairs to labor and delivery because Landry's heart rate was not doing what they wanted him to do. So I got put downstairs on more monitors for hoping for less than 24 hours. And then around 2 o'clock, doctor started coming and talked to me. And then at 4 o'clock, my high-risk doctor came in, and the emergency C-section doctor came in, and they said it was go time, and I had him at 4:20 on June 28th. He was born at 28 weeks and 5 days, 2 pounds, 4 ounces. He wasn't doing so hot. His lungs and the x-rays were like completely white, and whenever they're white, that means there's no air in your lungs, so they need to have like black in them. And the nurse or the doctor there said, there's nothing really we can do. I was like, let's go to Shands, let's see what they can do. 2.5 hours driving down here when following the ambulance, that was the longest drive of my life. Like, knowing my child is in the back of that ambulance and he's 3 days old, and there's nothing I can do. My dad contacted the Ronald McDonald House because like our life totally just flipped upside down in like less than like 4 hours, and got in contact with Emily, and she sent us like all this paperwork, like background check, all that stuff. And 4 or 5 days later, less than that, we were here, and it has been a great experience. People here are fantastic. We get dinner almost every night, somewhere to sleep and relax, and it's really close to Shands, so if anything happens, we can get there in less than 5 minutes. I just want to thank the supporters and the people who donate to the Ronald McDonald House, because without y'all, we wouldn't have anywhere to sleep. We would be sleeping like the people in the cars at the hospital. We wouldn't have food in our bellies. We wouldn't have a bed to sleep in. We wouldn't have air conditioning and anywhere to relax. But thank you. This place, it needs to be bigger. There needs to have the families that are sleeping in their cars here. That will help so much. I don't get to see a lot of people because of COVID and everything, but I know those people here are very thankful and glad they're not traveling back and forth or sleeping in their cars or anything like that.
What a touching story from the Lassiters. And now you will hear from Calvin Paris, one of the owner-operators of McDonald's Gainesville.
When asked to speak on what the Ronald McDonald House means to me, first, I think of my late father, Curtis. He was always passionate about giving back to the community. Out of the many organizations and charities that he supported, the Ronald McDonald House was always his favorite. I'm not certain exactly how much time or money he spent at the house, but I do know he was involved enough to be awarded the Heart of the House Award, which he proudly displayed in his office. He loved the Gainesville House. I can understand why he supported the house so strongly. Helping families in troubled times is the right and just thing to do. With UF Shands ranked #1 in the state of Florida for pediatric hospitals, there are many families around the world coming to Gainesville seeking the best health care available for their children. It makes me feel great supporting such a noble cause. This is the first year that Jackie and I, the owner-operators of the 9 local McDonald's restaurants, have attained Diamond sponsorship, demonstrating our ongoing commitment to the Ronald McDonald House and community. We're challenging everyone, especially my owner-operator colleagues, to contribute to helping the RMHC of Gainesville reach its goal of $200,000.
After hearing from the first family, I know you certainly want to hear from another amazing family. I now want to introduce you to Kimberly and Josiah Hayes.
I'm from Moultrie, Georgia. I was living in Tallahassee, Florida at the time when I found out about Josiah's diagnosis. He has a congenital diaphragmatic hernia. And we were referred by my fetal medicine doctor to Shands. And I am a dependency case manager supervisor. And so we have worked with Ronald McDonald House before in other areas to help children in need in foster care. And so I already knew about Ronald McDonald, so I reached out to them when I found out that I would have to deliver at Shands. And they answered my call immediately, and they probably thought I was a little crazy because I called a bunch of times to make sure that I was on the wait list so that when I got ready to have Josiah, I would have somewhere to stay. So I found out at 18 weeks pregnant that Josiah had the congenital diaphragmatic hernia. It is a condition where his diaphragm did not form, and his stomach, his small intestines, large intestines, 50% of his liver and his spleen developed in his chest cavity, and that took up all the space for his lungs not to be able to develop, and it also pushed his heart over to the right side out of place. So we met with Shan's surgeon, Dr. Petrozzi, and she kind of gave us the lowdown of how everything goes, that he would need surgery immediately after being born, that he would be placed on ECMO, that it would be a long recovery because we would have to wait on his lungs to develop. We would have to, he would have to learn how to feed. He would have to be at a certain rate as far as his oxygen to be able to go home. So, with his case was pretty severe, and she immediately told us that we were looking at least a minimum of 3 months. COVID made everything very lonely. All the appointments were very lonely. A lot of them I had to go by myself, or I had to beg for them to let my mom come in the appointments. So to have Ronald McDonald and have everyone there, it really meant a lot. They're family. They get to know you. They care about your well-being and your child's well-being. They, they just, even after we've been home, I talk to Emily and everybody a couple times a week. They're my family now, and I never would have imagined that would have happened. You know, we've made lifelong friends. There's another mom that we've become friends with, and I talk to her almost every day, you know, checking in on her daughter, and that's just so important because we know that we have the same journey. So, like, you know, other moms don't necessarily understand. They don't understand being in the hospital for 5 months. They don't understand, you know, the stress of wondering if your son was ever get to come home. And so it was amazing to be able to meet people that are in the same boat as you and have somebody to talk to that understands what you're feeling. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ronald McDonald. Thank you for all the donators and all the contributors and anyone that's ever done anything for Ronald McDonald. Even just the prayers for the families that are at Ronald McDonald means the world to families that are there. Thank you.
And this is the time that we would like for you to take out your phone and visit the link that we sent you. And if you have not received the link, you can text us at 243-725 with Red Shoe 2021, and that is one word. Again, that number is 243-725. Text Red Shoe 2021.
When you get there, please click on the Donate Now button to help our families stay close, just like Kimberly. When you donate, your name will appear behind us on the screen.
And let's just talk about when people donate. You guys have a house. How many rooms is it? How many families do you help?
We have a 31-bedroom house at 100% occupancy 365 days a year because we serve the #1 children's hospital in the state.
And the money that they donate goes directly, it stays local to help the families at this house. And let's just talk about the children that you see. So what kind of symptoms and things do they have?
The #1 diagnosis of a child who is with us is a cardiac issue. So many times children are waiting for hearts. And when children wait for hearts, the families stay a much longer period of time, usually 3 to 6 months. So can you imagine, Lisa, being ripped out of your entire support system and to have our team being that support system for you?
And because of the pandemic, the way that you thoughtfully brought in people during this time, it wasn't just heart patients, you also got to help another kind of patient. What was that?
We did, and it was really exciting to be able to serve for the first time families undergoing trauma with their child. Trauma is very spontaneous, and a child who is a burn victim, a child who is in a car accident, those things are things that can't be planned, like transplants, or even possibly a preemie birth. So we were able for the first time to serve families whose child is undergoing a traumatic situation.
And because of this too, with the pandemic, and you were able to continue to help all of these children and their parents, you know, keep families close because the house never closed during the pandemic, correct?
That is absolutely correct, Lisa. Never closing with a team that was so dedicated. Emily and Wandra and every single manager was diligent on sanitation protocols, in addition to keeping our families, explaining to them what was important for them to do to be safe among each other.
And you guys, when people come in, you never turn anyone away, even if they cannot pay, which you don't even charge them to come to this house, again, because of your donation. So please, please, please donate. And let's just talk about the different increments that people can donate in and what that actually breaks down. That way people understand how that money goes. So what is $25?
That provides breakfast for a family of 4. And even in the middle of this pandemic, we were able to have grab-and-go breakfast. So as a family came out of their room, they grabbed breakfast, they took the tram over, and then sat bedside.
All right, and let's talk about $50.
Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. So Emily, our Director of House
I'll hold that
Operations
for
and
you.
Programs, came up with this fabulous idea to create comfort bags. And these comfort bags are filled with toiletries. And this is an actual comfort
and they're
bag.
packed.
Oh, careful.
They are
don't
packed.
drop it. And there are microwavable meals, sweet and salty snacks. I mean, anything that a person would want to have to sit bedside. so they didn't have to go to a vending machine or leave their child. And I'm so proud of Emily and her team. With this, they work directly with the pediatric social workers. So when a family receives one of these bags, and let's just say that they're allergic to, I don't know, nuts.
Nuts. There's some nuts in it. There's cookies, but the cookies have nuts in them.
They do.
Cookies have nuts in them.
So we would ensure that that family would receive the next bag without any nuts or any dairy, so that they would have what is customized for their needs.
And I want to just brag about you guys a little bit, because with this, even though the house never closed, the family room in the hospital unfortunately had to close during the pandemic. But blessing in disguise, because that's how the comfort bags came, because you guys were so innovative with that. So again, $50 gets comfort bags.
Absolutely.
All right, so then what is $100?
That provides a night for a family in our house.
And then what is $500 and $200?
200, let's start with the 200. So our families like to eat dinner just like you like to eat dinner every night. And we used to have this wonderful program called Visiting Chef. And we would bring groups in to cook in our kitchen. But with the pandemic, we're not allowing any volunteers into our house. So for a $200 gift, we are able to have meals customized for our families. And Emily and her team work with local caterers and local restaurants so that every night our family has a meal. They come down by themselves, they take that meal that is individually packaged back to their room so they are safe and have something that nourishes them.
All right, and let's do the $500 one.
That is a night for 5 families in our house.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And again, to do this, all you have to do is text Red Shoe 2021, one word, to 243725. As you donate, your name's going to appear behind us, so hopefully you see your name, screenshot, take pictures, do what you got to do, right?
Absolutely, and I'm getting word that we're at $8,807. Can you imagine if we hit that $10,000 mark? Would that not be so awesome?
About to say, and then after everything that you broke down, you see where all the money is going, you see the amount of people that it's helping, and let's just, how many people do you normally see?
The house is at 100% occupancy all the time, so we have 31 rooms. Usually there are at least two people in each room, so it'd be 62 if I can do math really fast.
It's okay, that's what we're here for. We're here to tell people about the amazing thing that you guys do for the community to keep families close. And again, so if you want to donate, please donate, and you can also share all this with your friends. Please take part in this and text Red Shoe 2021, one word, to 243725, and this will also give everyone access to the silent and live auction. And again, please, please, please share this with your friends. And with all of this too, there is a variety of silent auction items which you can buy outright.
Oh,
Keep going! Keep going! So yes, so there's silent auction items, and there are live auction items. There are
Oh my God, we're over 9, Lisa!
Can you keep doing this? Come on, let's go. So again, silent auction items. So if you don't want to just donate, you can also buy things outright because you love the items that much. The 4 live auction items, again, if you go to that link, they're all listed there. And you can also set your maximum bid for the items.
Lisa, we did it! Oh my goodness! Over $10,000! Oh my gosh, we did it! Ah, thank you. And you can continue through the evening making these gifts, and please know it's going to help every family who walks through the door at the Gainesville Ronald McDonald House. I am overwhelmed. I'm so excited.
And go back
Thank
to
you.
the videos that we've seen of all those families, the things that they're going through. They should never have to worry about not being with their child. A child should never have to experience any of this. So your money is just helping make this whole entire process for them easier. So it's amazing.
Thank you all. And remember, you can continue to make those gifts as the evening unfolds.
And I know a lot of people are ready for the live auction. So to take us through the live auction portion is Holly Bender. Holly, come on over. Introduce yourself to everyone.
Hello, it's Holly Bender, and good evening. It is an honor to be with you this evening, whether it's in your home, on the pool lanai. I am thrilled wherever you're streaming from. Thank you.
And how this is going to work is that everyone has 4 minutes for each item, and then I will give you a 3-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute, 30-second, and 15-second warning. I will be off the screen when we do that, and because of technology, we want to give people time to, get their bids in. The winner for each item will be announced at the very end of the whole entire auction. So, Holly, I'm going to step off the screen. You take it away.
Okay.
I'm going to start my timer.
Terrific. Is everyone ready?
Let's see.
Our first silent auction item is Dragonfly Sushi and Sake. It's a gift certificate. We are starting that at $3,000. So do I hear $3,250? This is a phenomenal experience. 12 of your friends. It's a private class with Chef Jeff in the restaurant making sushi. So do I hear $3,250? You will learn complex sushi techniques, but you'll be able to demonstrate them easily. $3,250. Let's go, people. I need you pressing on your phones. This is a fabulous experience. It's a lunch event, and it will be held at the restaurant. And Chef Jeff is following all COVID protocols. So think of 11 friends that you've got or families.
3 minutes still at $3,000. Current bid.
So we've got
3,300. Yep, we are at 3,250.
3,250. We are at 3,250. Do I hear 3,500? Let's go, 3,500. Again, remember, it's 12 friends making sushi in the restaurant with Chef Jeff. This is a perfect fun activity to do at lunch with friends and family. What about a company team building? Talk to your cohorts. Put some money together. Let's get that bid. Do I hear 3,500? We got it! Woo! We are at 3,500. Let's go. 3,750. Who is bidding 3,750? This would be a perfect event for anyone who loves sushi, good conversation, friends. 3,750. Who is out there to bid?
2 minutes. 2 minutes still at 3,500.
2 minutes. Remember all those videos you just saw. This provides a safe haven to recharge while families are visiting with their children at the hospital. Do we have 3,000? We got it. We've got 3,750. Let's finish this off, guys. 4,000. Do I hear 4,000? Again, Dragonfly Sushi and Sake. It's for 12 people. It's a private class with Chef Jeff. It's a lunch event. You will be learning all types of sushi so that you can go home and impress all your friends. Think about it as a team building for work. Do I hear 4,000? I'm waiting. Dragonfly Sushi and Sake, let's help those families at the house. Do I hear 4,000? It'll be held at the restaurant. It is a lunch event. You will be in a private room.
1 minute, again, 1 minute. Current bid still 3,750. Let's bring it up, guys. 4,000. I want 4,000.
All right, come on, 4,000. We are at 3,750. Talk to your cohorts. I know you're in your living rooms on your pool lanai. Let's pull it together as we wind down. Remember, this is a lunch event and it's for 12 people, and it will be with Chef Jeff at Dragonfly Sushi and Sake.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
We are at 30 seconds, and we are looking for a bid of 4,000. Life necessities so parents can focus on the health of their child. That's what your bid is doing this evening. Please pull out your
10
phones.
10 seconds if you want it. This is your moment.
We're down to 10 seconds. Do I hear 4,000?
3, 2, 1, done.
All right, bidding is closed. We are now moving on to item number 2. Item number 2 is our Coastal Haven Beach House, and our opening bid is $5,500. So we are looking for 6,000. This is a phenomenal getaway. It's a Palm Island. It's a full week for 10 people, friends, family. It will be during the 2022 Alachua County Spring Break, so that's March 19th through 26th. Our opening bid is $5,500. Do I hear 6,000? This is an exclusive, only available via private boat or ferry, so it is definitely much more of a private vacation for the week. 10 friends, 10 family members. We are at $5,500. Do I hear 6,000?
And Holly, you can go during the Alachua County spring break. I mean, usually places are booked during that time. And so it's available anytime. It's not rented. But to be able to go the spring break for Alachua County, that's huge.
Right, we're at 5,500. Do I hear 6,000? This is crystal blue waters, Charlotte Harbor, Lemon Bay, Gulf of Mexico. The home is phenomenal. It's got 3 bedrooms, a sleeping loft, there's a heated swimming pool, ping pong table, huge comfortable living room, open floor plan, large kitchen for entertaining 10 people. Think of it as maybe a bachelor party, bachelorette party, family reunion, celebrating a special event, a birthday. 10 people for a full week on Palm Island at the Coastal Haven Beach House. We are at 5,500. Do I hear 6,000? You can recharge, you can rejuvenate, plan that family vacation. As we mentioned, it's during spring. We are at 2 minutes. As mentioned, it's during spring break, and as most of you know, trying to make reservations during spring break is virtually impossible. So again, 10 people for 1 week, March 19th through the 26th. And you know what? I'm sure that we can arrange it for any time. So I am hearing that this can be used at any time. As I mentioned, it's a 3-bedroom with a loft, with a heated pool. You've got the beach. We are at 5,500. There are no blackout dates. So we got 6,000. Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to challenge you. 6,500. Come on, 6,500. What's our time? How much do we have left?
About 1:08.
We are at 1 minute. So do we have 6,500? Again, 10 people. Yeah, Coastal Haven Beach House. Crystal blue water. You need a private boat to get to the house. It's almost like having the island to yourself. 6,000. Do we have 6,000?
We need 6,500. We're at 6,000.
I'm sorry, we need 6,500. We are at 6,000. This is a great way. Your generosity means hugs, laughters, and smiles for
30
our
seconds.
families. We are at 30 seconds.
Okay, Holly, we have an opportunity. So I just received word that if someone wants to bid that $6,000, is that what we're at right
Yes.
now? They want to match that $6,000. They can also have a week there too. So that person who was bidding that 5,500,
10
if they
seconds.
want to do that, just let us know, text us, call us. We can match that and sell two opportunities.
Done.
Okay, bidding is closed. Thank you very much. Our next item up, our third item, is a 2-night stay in the Signature House and tasting flight for 4 at Lambert Bridge. Again, this is a 2-night stay for 4 people at Lambert Bridge Winery in California. And when you come home, you will be taking this Magnum 2014 Crane Creek Cuvée bottle home with you. If you have not been out to this vineyard, it is phenomenal. It sits in the hills of Dry Creek Valley. Great backdrop. Your tasting flights for both days will have cheese and charcuterie platters. You are in Sonoma County's Dry Creek Valley. Our opening bid is $4,500, so we need $5,000. Do I hear $5,000?
So Holly, I think a really cool thing about this is, not to interrupt you, because you know I do that very well. Sometimes I just can't stay quiet, is that, you know that,
3 minutes.
is that this comes with 4 round-trip airline tickets on Southwest Air. So you can either use it for this trip or you can use it for another trip, but to have those 4 Southwest airline tickets may make this even more exciting.
Exactly, and you could use those tickets at another time, and then you would still have the 2-night stay for 4 people at Lambert Bridge Winery.
Now, Holly, I've never been to Lambert Bridge. I've seen beautiful pictures. I love their website. I drink their wine. I'm part of their wine club, and it is spectacular wine. And it is what I would call a boutique winery. So you have to be a member of the club to be able to even get this wine. It's not sold in any stores. So you will win this beautiful bottle tonight. And then also to be able to go to the winery, stay in the chalets, which are supposed to be magnificent. To see the wineries is just truly a priceless opportunity.
Absolutely.
A great girls' weekend, a great time to
or an
go with another
anniversary,
couple.
right?
Yeah.
Anniversary, birthday. What are we at, Emily?
45.
45. So do I hear 5,000? We are looking for 5,000. Again, this is 2 nights in California for 4 people at Lambert Bridge Winery.
With those airline tickets,
With the
Holly. That's the only reason I stand next to you is for the airline tickets. Clearly, I need to get on a plane sometime soon.
It is a phenomenal winery, and as Sherry alluded to, you cannot get these wines in the store. So this is a private club. I really think that you will enjoy your time out there. The family is hospitable. The scenery is phenomenal. So again, it's 2 nights, 4 people, Lambert Bridge in the Dry Creek Valley. We are at 1 minute, and where are we at, Emily?
Sitting up 4,500.
We are still sitting at 4,500. We are looking for 5,000. Remember, what you do allows our families to stay free in the house because of your support. And remember, you get this delicious bottle of wine to take with you. You get the airline tickets on Southwest.
You beat me to it.
5,000.
We're at 5,000!
Oh, so exciting. Oh, my goodness.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds, we are at 5,000. Do I hear 5,500? Do I hear 5,500? Again, 4 people, 2 nights at the vineyard with the wine, with the airline tickets.
And Holly, correct me if I'm wrong, but you cannot stay at the winery without being a certain type of member.
Correct.
So this really is something that is priceless, and what a great opportunity to try a new wine that is really just full-bodied and made through a family vineyard.
Okay, bidding is closed. Thank you very much. And we have 1 item left. We saved the most interesting for last, correct? It's our 4th, and it is a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. For those of you who are bourbon drinkers, this is an excellent after dinner, one-of-a-kind bourbon. You cannot get this in the store. So our opening bid is?
$4,500.
$4,500. So we are at $4,500. Do I hear 5,000 for this bottle of Pappy? For those of you that know that it is aged for 12 years, medium proof, 90.4. It has all those flavors, the honey, the oak, the tobacco. Excellent after dinner. You know what? Who's planning a retirement, birthday,
Maybe someone would have a baby. Wouldn't this be so fun to give to a future father?
Yes, it
or
would.
A future grandfather.
What about a future
grandmother? That's true. I'm starting to like bourbon now, too.
There you go.
Maybe I need this bourbon.
So do I hear 5,000? We are at 4,500. Do I hear 5,000? We have 3 minutes left. Again, for those of you that know Pappy, you cannot buy this in the store. You cannot get this. So we are looking for 5,000. Remember, what you do helps our families at the house. You heard some phenomenal stories earlier this evening. Think of those families as you're getting ready to bid. We are looking for 5,000.
Holly, have you ever tried this?
I have not.
Maybe we could try it tonight. We could try it tonight.
Okay, but we
if
have to
we bid.
We have to bid 5,000.
Well, 2,500. And maybe that's what you do. Pull your money together, and you too could have this bottle. Let's see.
Pappy Van Winkle. We are at 2 minutes. Again, we appreciate all of you this evening, but we are looking for a bid of 5,000. We are at 4,500. So go back to your phones and text us with your $5,000 bid.
And I promise you, Holly and I will not drink this. I do promise you that, right?
Well,
unless we're putting our money together.
Well, there we go.
You want to do it? Stranger things have happened, huh?
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. We're looking for 5,000. We are at 4,500. How much time is left?
1:30.
We have 1 minute and 30 seconds left for you to round up. I know you're sitting there in your living room or out on that lanai. Let's get together with each other and put together a bid for 5,000 so you can take this bottle of Pappy's Van Winkle home with you.
Now, I know some of you on that side of the camera, you can see us, I can't see you, and it breaks my heart, but I know some of you really want this bottle, and I know that you can dig really deep to be able to get this bottle. In fact, if you buy this bottle, I'll even hand deliver it, or if you don't want me to hand deliver it, you can come to the Ronald McDonald House and pick it up, because you all know how much I talk.
So we are at 50 seconds. 50 seconds. We are at 4,500. We are looking for a bid of 5,000. Remember, what you do helps our families at the Ronald McDonald House.
And remember, Holly, we're one of the few houses in the state of Florida that's remained open through this entire pandemic. And Emily and her team have made some heroic measures to ensure the safety of our families and our team. We hope to return to normal soon, but we have families in our house that really need us.
Yes.
In fact, Emily shared a story with me the other day that twins were born, and how those twins are over at
10
Children's
seconds,
Hospital.
10 seconds, 5,000.
And for something, a $5,000 gift would make such a difference in the lives of the families.
Do I hear 5,000?
Okay, our winner
Bidding is closed.
$4,500.
Thank
Congratulations.
you all so much.
All right, who are the winners? Okay, Dragonfly Sushi. The winner is Blywise, and that was at $37.50. Dr. Blywise, $37.50. Thank you. And then we have the 1 week Coastal Beach House, $6,000. George and Hillary Arnatakis. Want to make sure that we say your name correctly. Got to give you credit. So $6,000. And then the Lambert Bridge Winery, $5,000 was the bid. Amber Crawford. And the Pappy Van Winkle, Ed Jimenez. Awesome, awesome, 4,500. Guys, thank you so much for everything. And now let's hear from Sierra Cofield and how she is able to be with her son, Quentin, who is in need of a heart.
So when I had my son, sorry, it does get emotional sometimes. His toes and his fingers were blue, and so they were concerned about his oxygen level. So when I had him, they took him out of the room immediately. And when they brought his clothes back, they told me his oxygen level was 62, he could possibly have a heart defect, and you guys have to go to Gainesville. I'd never been to Gainesville before, never really had a reason to come. And when they brought him here, it was more than just a heart defect. Like, his heart was failing, and they told me he needed heart surgery. And normally they go through a test of every organ to make sure nothing else is going wrong, and other things were going wrong. Like, all his organs are on the opposite side of ours, so it's like holding a mirror in front of yourself. His heart was underdeveloped. He was born without a spleen. He had fluid around his brain, which they call hydrocephalus. And so they had to put a shunt in as well. The first part of his heart story, he had to get 3 heart surgeries. Because he was a newborn, it couldn't all get done at one time. It had to develop some more for the second surgery, and then he had a third one when he was 3. So after his doctor did the third one, he told me, by the time your son's 18, he'll need a transplant. Like, this is not a forever thing. And I was like, okay. We just made it a few years before that. But it wouldn't be him if he didn't give them a hard time medically. He's a pretty easygoing kid besides that, but he's always in that rare 1%. You know, it only happens in like 1 in 2 million kids, and it's always him. And so we got on the transplant list May of this year because his heart was struggling, but not to the point where he would make the list. And so he got on in May. And then by the end of June, it was just chaos. Everything was going wrong. And they told me we had to come here. And he got bumped up to a status 1A, which means you can't leave the hospital until you get a heart. And so That was on July 11th. Got his heart last week, so that was quick. Because once the heart surgeon opened him up, he said the heart probably wouldn't have lasted another week. So for the first week or so, I had never heard of the Ronald McDonald House. But I was sleeping at the hospital a lot. And so the social worker asked me, had I ever heard of it? And I'm like, I mean, I've donated to it at McDonald's, but I never knew what it was or anything. So they told me about it. The first time I came, actually, there was no waiting list, like because they had 2 empty rooms already. And so that was immediate. And I stayed here for about 3 months. And it was just everything I didn't know I needed, because it was easier to talk to people that are going through similar things. Having a smiling face, like when you walk in, can make all the difference. Because some days I'm just like, oh God, they're gonna smile and now I gotta smile back. But I needed it. The smile, like, it mattered a lot, especially since I didn't have family here. So I've been coming back and forth for 14 years. It did a great deal for my mental health, because I was struggling a lot. I was struggling a whole lot mentally. And so when I got here, especially this last time, I just exhaled. I literally just sat on that edge of the bed and just cried. This place just allows me to just focus on my son when I'm here. That's it. And that relief is enough to give my son everything he needs when I go in the room. Just emotionally and mentally, I'm better because of this place. And I'm just grateful for everyone involved, from the people that keep it clean, the people that donate food or money or anything they donate. Just your time is amazing.
Thank you to our amazing sponsors, community partners, family, and friends. Your flexibility and understanding makes all the difference. First and foremost, I want to thank all of you for being so willing to support our house and families, whether we had an in-person event or an online event. The health and well-being of our community is and always has been a top priority for us. Although I wish we could have been together to all gather in person, tonight I think we all had a marvelous time. And maybe some of you are deaf because I scream so much, but that's okay. Your care and support keeps our doors open for so many families in need. The Red Shoe Affair really is a time for us to honor all the amazing individuals and businesses in our community who have helped us to keep families close. Your support directly helps and improve the lives of each family that stays at our Gainesville Ronald McDonald House, and we cannot thank you enough for that very special gift. We are honored to partner once again with UF Health Shands Children's Hospital, the #1 children's hospital in Florida, to house families in need while their child is receiving life-saving care. Their world-class health care is able to change the lives of so many young children and their families, and we thank them for being amazing partners and a consistent beam of hope for so many families. I'd also like to give a special shout out to our partner Embers Prime Steaks Wood Grill, who has graciously worked with us to provide you with delicious home-delivered meals or a gift certificate for a future meal. Of course, I'd prefer for you to enjoy a meal in person with me, but I'm so grateful to have the receptive support of Embers, and they have facilitated that catering online with such incredible short notice, and no was never in their vocabulary. Ryan, you and your team are incredibly awesome. The other individual I would like to thank is Keith and Roberta Watson. Keith Watson Events has been the wind beneath our wings through this entire ordeal, and they have run different ideas past us, looked at ways to facilitate an in-person event, and in the end we knew it just could not happen. But Keith and Roberta, we love you, and we know that sometime we will get back in person and have your dazzling decor to celebrate. We have remained open to our families through the duration of this pandemic, taking exhaustive sanitary measures and to ensure the safety, comfortable home for every family and child that stays with us because of your generosity. Our comfort bags, which you saw tonight, were born from Emily Pridgeon and a community effort, offering giant hugs of necessary items to families who stay with their child bedside. In 2020, 980 of those comfort bags were delivered to families sitting bedside. And so far in 2021, 1,300 comfort bags were delivered. And as you saw, there are toiletries, sweet and salty snacks, non-perishable microwavable meals, and toiletries. These are all items that brighten a family's day. With your help, our house has continued to be a dazzling light in the lives of our families, especially during these challenging times. We can continue to turn away families, and we look forward to sharing some incredibly exciting news in the very near future. The Red Shoe Affair is a moment to pause and to celebrate all that we have done for the families that we serve. Remember that the silent auction closes at 9 p.m. tonight. You will receive an email with the items that you won, and you can pick up those items at the Ronald McDonald House on Monday afternoon. You can see Emily, you can see me, you can see our team, and you can chat about ways you can be involved with us, and we can thank you personally for your love and your support. It's because of all of you that we're able to provide hope and joy to so many families and can extend the kindness to even more families in the future. Thank you for making our mission possible every day of the week.
And Sherry, before people go, where can they, if they want to learn more about the Ronald McDonald House, what's your website?
www.rmhcncf.org.
And before we wrap up the Red Shoe Affair, the 9th annual one, I understand, Dylan, TV20 has some exciting news.
We do. So North Central Florida, you have seen me grow as a reporter over the last 2 years. Sherry, the Ronald McDonald House being a big part of that. Sherry, you were my first live interview. Do you remember that day 2 years ago?
We had so much fun.
We had a great day. And Sherry, I've grown to love the Ronald McDonald House, love your mission, love everything that you stand for. So the highly anticipated news is that on Labor Day, we will be launching new shows on WCJB, on ABC at 4 p.m. and on the CW at 10 p.m. And I am so glad to announce that I will be the new anchor for those shows. I am so glad to work with the Ronald McDonald House and continue working with them throughout my time here in Gainesville and continuing growing, working with you guys, seeing how much you expand and seeing all that you do for the wonderful families here staying at the home. It's been a pleasure working with them over the past 2 years, and I look forward to many more years to come.
Absolutely. Congratulations. I'm
Thank
so
you,
excited
Sherry.
for you.
Thank
Wow.
you. Yeah, it's a great time, and I'm so excited to be here with all of you tonight. Even though it's virtual, it's still a great event and a great way to share this amazing news.
You want to wrap it up for us, Sherry?
Absolutely. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a dazzling evening. I hope to see you all in person. I'm giving you all huge virtual hugs, and hopefully next year I'll be able to give you a hug in person. Thank you for supporting our families.
Have a good evening, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, I am Emily Pridgeon. I'm the Director of House of Operations and Programs at the Ronald McDonald House. Thank you for being here this evening, and your support means the world to the families that we serve. As you all know, COVID has changed all of our lives in very drastic ways. However, the one thing has remained that families needed our house now more than ever before. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for your continued support. We've been able to remain open throughout this entire pandemic and continue to serve families who needed to be close to their child in the hospital. For the families staying within our home, things do look very different. To ensure the safety of each family, we mirror the hospital's guidelines, where unfortunately we are not able to have the siblings of the patient stay at the Ronald McDonald House. Each family must sign up to utilize the kitchen or the laundry room so that we can ensure proper sanitizing between each family. Each family is provided with their own personal cleaning kit for their own private bedroom. Any common area that is utilized, we have strict sanitization protocol that we follow to ensure the safety of each family staying at our house. Given this pandemic, we had to rethink the way that we could better serve the families who were staying bedside at UF Health Shands Children's Hospital. We got creative and we came up with our comfort bags. We worked directly with the social workers in the pediatric units at the hospital, and we deliver bags that are filled with salty and sweet snacks, microwavable meals, mints, activity books, warm fuzzy socks, anything that you can imagine that would bring comfort to a parent who is staying bedside with their child. Sounds crazy, but it's been a way that we have been able to directly impact and let each family feel a little bit of the Ronald McDonald love. house is so incredibly important to the families that we serve because it keeps them close to their child. We're right across the street, within walking distance if needed. It provides comfort knowing when a family comes home after a long day in the hospital that they have dinner ready for them, and then they have the privacy of their own room to decompress from a really long day. We have been fortunate enough to be able to serve families through the entire pandemic. However, we have a waiting list of families every single day waiting to get into our house. There are many ways that each of you can support the families that we serve, from sponsoring breakfast or dinner, finding our wish list items, or a monthly give to continue keeping our house a home for the families that we serve. Our home is a 31-bedroom home that serves families that all have critically ill children over at UF Health Shands Children's Hospital. Our home is similar to a hotel, however, it has a much more homey environment. Each family has their own private bedroom, bathroom, television, climate control, and miniature fridge, but the comforts of a home in a sense that we have 2 full kitchens and laundry rooms for families to cook their meals, do their laundry, just as if they would at home.